Welcome back to the channel. Now, while we have not received any confirmation on which attorneys will be representing Vybz Kartel in the appeal court submission hearing to decide whether or not there will be a retrial in the Vybz Kartel and his co-accused case. Because some people are saying retrial date. No, it is not a retrial date. This is how the appeal court makes decisions. Then I'm going to hear from the prosecution why there should be a retrial, and then I'm going to hear from the defense why there should not be a retrial. Now, it seems as if Bert Samuels will be representing Sean Storm. And I'm going to hear from Bert Samuels, and then we're going to continue the reasoning. Look and listen, nation.
We are very elated that within 2 days of the Privy Council's formal order reaching the Registrar of the Court of Appeal in Jamaica, that they have set a date for the 10th of June. Of course, this is a matter of great public importance. The issue as to whether the matter would be a retrial is of great importance to appellants, and I think that once the team meet, we'll decide and see how we best pretty narrow window, because the 6th of May, by which time we should put in the skeleton argument, is pretty close, and therefore we'll have to see what we do.
Now, Bert Samuels also said something very important. People had been wondering if Vybz Kartel was behind the bars and the appeal court was just taking its time to look over the situation or even make their decision. But Bert Samuels said he was pleased with the appeal court and said that it was just a few days since certain documentation was received by the appeal court, documentation that was sent by the Privy Council, and them just did wait upon this documentation to arrive so that them can make them ruling. So while some people feel like this will be a matter that will be drawn out, the state seem to be moving in the opposite, meaning so them are trying to deal with this as quickly as possible. I'm feel like that is also one of the reasons why defense attorneys have remained confident, saying that they don't believe there will be any retrial given. Isaac Buchanan in an interview, and even Veronica Robinson in another interview, pointed out that seeing how many years ago the initial trial took place and how many years the individuals have been behind the bars, even this will be taken into consideration. And keep in mind, things being taken into consideration have not been made public, seeing that we have only heard from the defense and the prosecution. The court has made no statements. Judge now got talk about no case, especially a case of that is such a high profile case. Some people also say evidence is something that the prosecution has. People say normally when the Office of Public Prosecution is not going to prosecute an individual, them point out to them not have enough evidence to do so. And there's a Latin term for that. I don't remember the Latin term now, so I'm not going to say it. But there's a Latin term when them say them not have enough evidence to prosecute. Now, the prosecution has never made any such indication. As far back as even the Privy Council, they made an ask for the retrial. So, I guess the same evidence will be used if a retrial is given. Now, does that make it no easier for the defense? Because if the same evidence is used again, the defense now would be more prepared for cross-examine and put to rest any claims being made by the prosecution pertaining to the guilt of the accused. Of course, people talk about the jury. The jury are the reason why the murder conviction was quashed in the first place. Even though some people say if the jury wasn't the reason given, it would have been something else. Because constitutional rights were violated in different instances. But clearly, prosecution does not doubt that they will find a jury. The defense has their doubts. Defense said they not say how it's possible for Vybz Kartel to get a fair retrial in this day and age. Of course, the comment section open. Tell me what you think. Do you think it is at all possible for Vybz Kartel to get a fair retrial, have an unbiased jury? Seeing that most people and them friend them have heard about this case. Some people also believe that due to the amount of years Vybz Kartel has already, and his co-accused have already been behind the bars, then for years say them shouldn't have been convicted in the first place with what take place to the jury. Some people say a time enough. Of course, there are people say the victim's family I will still want prosecutors to, retry the case. We have some other people that argue say that's only because they have been led to believe that the accused are responsible. Keep in mind, recently, L.A. Lewis visited the farm property. I don't know if it have relevance now, but him say, I will see him on video, I say him talk to. We never hear the conversation. But we see him say him speak to, people in the area. We see him talk to one individual who lived close by to the property. But him speak to another individual, a female window was facing the property. And all of them say them never hear nothing on the night in question. Now this happened a long while ago, but this have to show you how known this case is. These people still remember. And keep in mind, we are still talking about one of the most popular and most influential dancehall artists there has ever been. And that has not changed. It was so then, and he is still one of the most popular and influential dancehall artists now in this day and age. People are saying the amount of things where they're before the courts right now. We're talking about high profile cases where more likely to take a whole heap of resources from the Ministry of Justice itself just to deal with. And with Vybz Kartel case already being one that was one of the longest in Jamaican judicial history, that got to take a whole heap of resources too. Plus, since the matter has recently returned from the Privy Council, and they must say certain things that take place on the state end means the things that the judge do should have not been done. In the retrial of Vybz Kartel is a case you're going to be under a microscope. People are going to be looking for say if that was done correctly, if the I was dotted, if the T, if there was a cross on the T, everything that is going to be done will be scrutinized a little bit extra. How about the money? Why is that Buchanan say the state if you give back? And this was something said by the Privy Council. So the state will run back the money. So now the state spend that money on the initial trial, and the murder conviction was quashed. And then we'll have to now pay back. We don't know if for the legal fees for the initial trial or for the Privy Council situation, we don't know. But that's what Isaac Buchanan said. But talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. If you're new to the channel, or just pass through, you'll click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon, and of course, put it on all. And this is how you know you'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and boost a share. And tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them to check out the channel, check out the reasoning, and also join the discussion, the comment section up 24/7. It never lack it. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. We can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Now, until the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours. I'm going to live, love, and prosper. I'm going to stay tuned until the reason again. Now, a quick recap Bert Samuels has said that his legal team is ready to prepare the necessary documentations on behalf of Sean Storm as to the reasons why there should not be a retrial in the matter. Well, this is set for June 10th. Duration will be 5 days, and then I'm going to decide what they're going to do. Now, until the reason again, my sentiments as I said before, I want to live, love, and prosper. I want to stay tuned until the reason again.